Wednesday evening. It's bloody windy. Oh. So last night I didn't record it, but I did do a turbo session, honest, on the watt bike. So I did 5-minute effort at threshold just to get warmed up. I didn't feel too bad following the weekend. I felt like I felt a bit tired, but the numbers weren't too hard to put out. And then last week I did 6 times 3 minutes, aiming for about 370 watts. I think it was too much. I did the first 1 or 2 and then it just tailed off. And the last one I could barely impart a threshold. So this week my expectation was brought down a little bit, and I made it about 15% above threshold. So we did 7, so I did 7 times 3 minutes off 2 minutes recovery, and I did them all between 350 and 360 watts. So, and I felt okay. It was tough, don't get me wrong, but I didn't feel too bad. So that was a good session. Tried to stretch and recover last night before I go to bed, and then I'm out tonight, and I feel okay. So it's boding well for recovery for the whole route. Obviously it's multiple days, multiple hard days, so I'm just trying to get used to riding multiple days on the trot. So yeah, feeling good. I'm regretting coming out this way tonight. So bloody windy. So in terms of the training for the rest of the week, I'm going to try and do an hour and a half tonight, just in zone 2. Tomorrow's another effort session, which I'll probably do indoors. Friday is going to be rest or a really easy ride. And then Saturday, we've got a decent road ride to do. It's going to be a few hours on the road at tempo, so a bit of a faster ride. And Sunday, it's going to be an easier ride. It's strange for me. Normally the weekend is make the most of it, but we'll see. It might be a long steady ride, but it'll be an easier tempo. And then 1 week of training to go. It's becoming very real now. Realistically, I'm not going to be any lighter between now and the whole route. Probably not going to be any stronger. But psychologically, if I get a couple of weeks good training in, I'll believe myself a lot more, and that might be all I need. So yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the rest of this ride tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Seen loads of bicyclists out tonight. Stalk them all on Strava flyby later. What I could do with doing is, I was going the opposite way to all of them, so no chance for any social. What I could do with doing is finding several people, well, this shouldn't be hard, who are fitter than I am, so they can drag me out several times a week, absolutely flog me, then at some point I'll be fit. But the search continues. I'm about just under an hour in. It's going well, going pretty quickly to be honest, with the power. Feeling good, just trying to keep a lid on it because another decent session tomorrow. Bye.
Good evening. So I did record some more footage in the garage, but the lighting is that bad you could hardly see me, so I'm doing it again. It's a good job. I love YouTube. So the session was great, absolutely brilliant in fact. It was 4 times 15 minutes at about threshold. I did the first 3 very close to threshold. The third one was slightly above it actually, and I felt great. So on the 4th one I thought I'll press on a bit, try and finish off on a high. I got about 2 or 3 minutes in and I was probably 10 or 15 watts above my threshold, and I thought I'm going to keep pushing and see what happens. So I kept pressing on, and about 6 minutes in I decided, right, I'm feeling good, I'm going to go for a 20-minute PB. I know I've had a reasonably good training week so far, so I'm not fresh, and I've done 3 15-minute efforts beforehand, but I was feeling good, and sometimes you just got to lick a stamp and send it, so I bloody did. So I dug in and really kicked on for about 8 or 9 minutes in and really lifted it. I ended up setting a new 20-minute power, well, a few power PBs, but the main one I was focused on was a 20-minute, so I've got the stats written down here. Thanks to Training Peaks. So I set a 5-minute PB, which I assume was at the end, of 386 watts, which I'm over the moon with. A 10-minute power PB of 371 watts, which I'm also over the moon with. And then the one I was going for really, a 20-minute power PB at 357 watts. So that puts my FTP at 340 watts, and that to me is just I can't believe it. It was 318 before, so I put 22 watts on my threshold, which is great, and it's a massive morale boost. But I can't help but think it just makes training that bit harder, obviously because all my zones all changed. But that, for me, I'm absolutely over the moon. And there's probably some people who think, oh, that's not very good figures, and there's probably some people that think that's amazing. I am absolutely over the moon with it. I've ridden bikes for a few years now and trained reasonably hard for a couple of years, so it's good to see some results coming through. Obviously, I'm still thinking, oh, what if I'd have started off a bit harder? Could I have lifted it a bit more? What if I was fresher? So what? I'm about 10 days out from tapering for the Hawk route, so I'm just going to get another solid week or so in and start tapering down. Then after that, start thinking more longer term about things like that. I've still got a few kilos to lose to get me right down to racing weight. So again, that's something else to improve upon. But for the time being, focus on the positives. And my current weight of 79 kilos, that puts me at 4.3 watts per kilo for my threshold. So if I look back to the beginning of last winter, I set myself a target of this year reaching 3.5 watts per kilo. So absolutely smashed that. Feeling over the moon. So really looking forward to another week or so of training and then getting ready for the Hawk route. So thanks for watching. I hope you all had a good week. Training for the rest of the week for me. Tomorrow's going to be an easy day, easy ride or rest day, I'm not quite sure yet. Saturday, I'm going to try and get out weather dependent and do a tempo ride, so a bit pacey, a bit breathing hard I think it'll be. So I'm going to try and do a few hours, just to sort of try and empty the tank and see what's in there. And Sunday will be an easy ride, I should think, as well. And then next week, I'll wait and see what I'm set to do. So it's all good. I think as well, my cycling is improving because I'm not running, I'm not swimming. When I'm resting, I'm actually resting. I'm not going for a run. I'm not going swimming. Not that I swam much anyway. But I think I'm going to give real thought to what I want to do next year over the next couple of weeks. So that hopefully after I go back from France, I'll be able to really focus on sorting out next year. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you later.